Hello, Superwoman out there. Welcome to our Thursday webinars, the Superwoman Connection. Tonight is really exciting, and I think it's one of the most perfect ways for us to actually close out this year. This is actually, I didn't realize this till now, but this is one of our last hangouts, so our last face-to-face hangouts before we go into the holiday break. So next week we're off all week with our calls and just checking.
Hello, Superwoman out there. Welcome to our Thursday webinars.
That's okay. I do it all the time. I'm like, oh, that's me talking out there in internet land. Awesome. Yeah, so we'll post the schedule up in the Facebook group. Before we do get started, I just had to take a moment to stress how important this training is. You probably saw it from a Facebook post, or you heard about it through Facebook. And 90% of the people that I know on Facebook, and I have almost 5,000 friends, they are marketing some kind of business on Facebook. They're using Facebook to promote a message or this is really, really important for everyone because it's going to affect us all. If we're not positioning our brand in the right way, you're going to feel the effects of this come 2015. So it's really important for us to set ourselves up for success right now and not be reacting to these changes, but be proactive and have things in place for when they do release them. So I'm really excited that Kelly brought this information to the table. She's been working really, really hard, researching all of these different changes that are coming about and putting together some strategies and some actual plans for you to implement in 2015 and actually starting now to prepare for these changes that are coming. So before I pass it over to Kelly, because I know she's got lots to go through, I just want to go over to my desktop for 2 seconds so we can go into the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, there's a button below where you can get access to the Facebook group. It's 100% free. And Jessie, what's up, girl? That's a good friend of mine. We go way back. So make sure that you get plugged into this Facebook group. Click the button. It's free, and there are women from around the world who really are all in line with this mission that we have to share information that works. No matter what business you're in, no matter what team you're in, we want to empower women from around the world. So plug in here, and then as we go through, and Kelly's going through the content, if you have any questions that come up, anything that pops into your head, anything that you want to comment on, something that hits you like a ton of bricks, those aha moments, those breakthroughs, those light bulbs that go off, I want you to leave a comment here. And I'm going to be monitoring in the Facebook group so that I can bring these questions to Kelly and she can answer them for you on the spot. So let's just check the pulse of everybody, and I want to hear that you're here and you're ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? And yeah, go in there and give it some pump up juice, and let all the ladies out there know that you are ready. All right. All right, girl. So let's go back to Kelly and all of her awesomeness. And Kelly, it's really cool that you actually approached me about this topic, and it's something that I've been seeing everywhere, but I haven't had time to really digest everything that's going on. And I was so glad that you approached me and you had done all the work already. I'm like, yes, we have to share this with as many people as we can. So come on out here. I'm going to pass it over to you, and I'll be in the chat monitoring any questions or anything that comes up, or if something comes to my brain, then you may hear me interrupt you, but the stage is yours.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I really, really, really wanted to thank you guys for whatever you had to do to get on this live call, because this is really, really important. And I wanted to give you a gift for doing that because it's the holidays, and because action and really putting your business first is so important. So I added a link underneath in the chat area, and you're going to need that link. And basically what this is a project I've been working on for a while. I started learning how to code, and I went to a coding camp this summer. And one of the things that I went to was a seminar on productivity, because here's all these people that really have their businesses at home, and it was really easy to just get sidetracked. So these guys have amazing tools to stay on track and to be able to multitask and everything else. Well, that's totally us. I mean, because life is always going on, and the more focused that we can be and the more that our brain can get in line with what we're doing, the better it is. Well, one of the apps that they introduced me to was Coffeetivity, and it's basically a coffee shop. And coding guys, they like details, so they put all the brain stuff behind it and gave all the research to show that you're actually a lot more productive if you're working in a coffee shop environment, because the low murmur actually stimulates your brain to be more productive. So I thought, how amazing is that? And Facebook is your coffee shop. So one of the things that I did, if you have listened to my past, one of my past hangouts, and where I talked about what had happened to me and really how I got my life on track in a couple months, was using auto-suggestion. And I would take music, and I would put my auto-suggestions in subliminally, and I would listen to that constantly. It made huge changes in my life. Huge changes really fast. And I mean, it literally was overnight, and just every night, day got better and better. So I took the two. I took the auto suggestions for success, and I took the coffee shop murmur and had people put this together for me. So it's in this subliminal coffee shop, chatter going on, and it is so amazing. I am so excited. I've been working on this. I've been testing this. I've been giving this to people to test. It is just freaking awesome. I'm so excited about it. So I'm giving it to you guys for free. And so you know what the auto suggestions is, I've also put in a Word document so you can look at actually what's being said in there, so you know if it's in line with you. It's just really about, programming your brain to love yourself, for success, just confidence, all of that stuff. So it kind of helps override that negative feed. So the link.
It says that there's a password.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I love passwords. It makes me feel like I'm special.
And the password is "I want success."
Yes, I do.
And it's all budged together, no spaces.
Sweet.
And so put this on a loop, and when you're working, just play it. I mean, it's literally amazing. It is literally amazing. So that will help you guys so much. And it'll help you just get success, because you're really rewiring your brain. So cool. Okay, so really anybody that's listening to the replay isn't going to get this, though. This is only for you guys that did what you could to show up. So yay for taking action. Thank you very much. Okay, now on to Facebook. Okay, everybody is so freaked out about the changes, and they are so cool. I have dug and dug and dug. I have read every single thing possible. I have listened to interviews. I've Matt Cutts. I mean, I'm just, I was literally glued to him. So all of this stuff going on is really in these documents. Now, these are not changes that are just going to take place January 1st, 2015. These are changes that are going to roll out. Most of them will roll out the first half of the new year, so up to the summer. And then there will be some that will go after the summer, but most of it, by the summer, everything will be rolled out. So we really have to have our pages in place at that point, really before. And I'm going to cut to PowerPoint. So give me a second and I'll pull it up, because you know how I am about PowerPoints, right, Layla? I'm crazy about them. Okay.
I love me a good PowerPoint. And I like that you can share the slides, since we realized that you can share the slides right in the Facebook group, so that's awesome.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So let me know if you can see that.
Yep, so we see, yep, that folder or whatever. Hasn't
I have
opened
no
yet.
idea what this is. No idea what that was. It just popped up.
So I think you're only showing us one file, because we're just still looking at the yes, no, and the file, the actual file.
Okay.
So come back to the Hangout, and then when it says screen share, show your whole screen.
Okay, screen share.
Mm-hmm. It'll give you an option of desktop or...
Oh, there. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Cool beans.
Now,
All good.
we've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do you have the first page up?
Yep.
Okay. So these are 2015 Facebook changes. And I'm going to go through a couple different topics on this stuff. And I also have my tips and techniques and everything else in there. So if anybody just needs me to slow down or go over something, just let Layla know. Okay, we're going to start. Okay, how the changes benefits us, because that's really what we all want to know. People do not want to be sold in Facebook. So this causes us to get very, very defined in our business, which is, you know, exactly what Layla teaches. We really have to get defined. And this is about building relationships. That is top priority. And your post should always be about who will benefit from you or your product, why people should use you or your product, how you can enhance their life, and where your product can be used. Now, imagine going to a page that's literally all about you and catered to how to fix your problems, because right now there are very few pages out there that are like that. How much would you stand out? And you could really be the next Frank Kern of Facebook. I mean, that's just huge. You know, because one thing that he does is he delivers. It's literally all about you, the marketer. And that's what our Facebook pages need to be, about our customer. So you now have a platform that is forcing you to focus solely on your customer. So it's what fears do they have? What problems do they have? Where do they want to be? Do they know how to get there? Why are they not already there? What tools do they need under their belt? And think about how you can help them like no one else can. So as you're going through to figure out what you're going to post, they should all be based on these questions. You want to be in the Facebook Elite sandbox. And this is where Facebook no longer sees you as a potential threat against all that they stand for. You want them to see you as loving their platform and loving their mission, because this is where it kind of went awry. Is they really saw that their mission, their whole idea for Facebook, was being taken over by something else. And you know, they're very protective over their model. So, you know, they're forcing everybody to either love their mission or go away, and that's what's happening. So every company has its inner circle. Amazon does, Google does, and even Facebook. And if you want to get there and not be scrutinized for whatever they believe could be nefarious. So, you know, just a matter of like somebody on the regular Facebook, not even in pages, everybody had wished her happy birthday, and she was going through liking all of it, and Facebook marked her as a spammer just for, you know, liking her birthday wishes. So, you know, it's all that stuff that you want to be removed from, because Facebook is like, oh, okay, you know, we know that, you know, that they're playing in our sandbox. People are jumping the Facebook ship that know about the changes, and this leaves so much more customers looking for what you have. I mean, it really takes away the weeds. And you'll also have more credibility, more believability, and trust. And people will know you care about them and not their wallet, and that is huge. And all of this equals more loyalty, more sales, and it teaches people how to be a people person and not a corporate mind. And that's the reason why we're in all this, because we don't want the corporate mind. We want the people person mind. And there's something to think about. People are complaining about Facebook changes, and they say Facebook only wants ad money, and they feel Facebook should keep doing what they're doing for free. And I'm like, what? And I can bet you that those people will never make any amount of money online. And why? Because they don't believe a business should ever expand and change and branch out or grow in revenue. And they believe in getting things of value for free. Think about the mindset and the impact that has on their own business, because that's exactly the people that they're attracting to them. You know, so I, for one, am really watching what Facebook's doing, because if they successfully do this and they monetize this and it just goes gangbusters, which their stocks are up. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I'm like, okay, this is a model to really, you know, be replicating in a way, because we've got our business, but, you know, the business, it's only going to be a business for so long unless we continue to roll with the changes. And that's part of what Facebook is doing. And I'm like, good for that, because I think that's refreshing. Now, here's avoiding the Facebook slap. Make sure all of your bio information is filled out completely. So anything in your personal pages, anything in your business pages, get every single thing filled out. And change out your cover photo often. So like every week, every other week, change it out, because this is where you can highlight your brand. And this is where Facebook is not gonna slap you at all. So make sure you really utilize this. You aren't going to be able to do free promotional posts anymore. So you cannot ask someone to buy something, download something, enter into promos or sweepstakes. You can't ask them to like something, comment, or share your post. Those days are history. Remember the 3 E's: educate, engage, and entertain. So you're always using emotions. Get people to feel and always get them to agree with you. If you can get a yes, you've got their loyalty. Always lead people to want your product on their own. Don't try to convince them. Make them come to you. And make sure you're fishing with the juiciest worm, right? Because fishermen are out there. They've got the best lures and everything else. And the fish will go for the best lure versus all these natural flies and bugs and everything else that they could get. We need to do that. So there's ways around that we'll talk about, and really how to do that is huge. Gear all your posts towards your avatar. Talk about the food they like, the fun and interesting facts they would like. Cater your Facebook page solely to everything avatar related. Hit all aspects of their life. Your Facebook page can't be about you, your brand in 2015. It has to be about your customer. This will take some trial and error to find out what works for you. And watch your competitors really carefully and mirror what they are doing if it's working, and see what your results are. Oops. Duplicate slide. Okay, so here's the other thing is we've created these emotions with our avatar, and a lot of times it's like, oh, that's good enough, and we walk away. But remember, Facebook is the coffee shop. They want you dealing the emotions is good. You then need to follow up and deal with them. You need to interact with them. And give your customers so much value that they fall in love and can't live without you. That is our goal. Share your blog, but know that Facebook gives most post reaches to staying within their interface. And always, always, always give a call to action on your blogs. This will become an important part of your Facebook business strategy. And people do better when they know what they're supposed to do, which I know you guys already know that, but it's worth reiterating. Okay, so here's another avoiding the Facebook slap. Don't rehash the same shared on Facebook information. So try not to link to content very often that is not from a well-known personality or site. So basically, you know, just if you read an article or something and it's not from somebody that, you know, has a prestigious standing, then don't just post a bunch of those. Really look for people that are reputable, is more of what Facebook wants. And memes are out. They're for your personal page. They are great. They're not going to affect anything. On a page, Facebook does not want them anymore. And do not hide posts or comments. And it's rumored that deleting posts, even old ones, may count against you. Don't neglect daily posting and interactions. Facebook will penalize you the longer your new post sits without interaction. So I'll find if I go to the bathroom, I will sit there and I will scroll through my feed, and when I see anybody that I know that's from the Superwoman group or whatever, I'll just like it, and especially if I don't see anything on it, because it cannot sit there without any interaction. Likes are losing their ground in 2015. Facebook wants to see real interaction, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Shares are actually becoming more important. The quality of interaction must increase. A simple thanks or good post isn't going to make the cut. My guess is that it's in response to bumping groups and stuff like that. If you go look at popular Facebook pages, you rarely see a 1, 2, or 3 word comment. You usually see several sentences. Quality of comments matter. Facebook wants conversations. Think of talking to your friends. And this is really how we need to interact on Facebook. I mean, we really need to interact like we're sitting down in a coffee shop talking to them.
Hey, Kelly, somebody asked, Nikki in our Facebook group asked, there was 3 E's: educate, entertain, what was the last one?
Give me a second. I'm in brain mode. Entertain.
Educate, entertain, and the last one was
engage. So get them to engage with you. Sorry, Nikki.
Thanks, Kelly.
Sure. Okay. So bumping groups. Now this is where our pages could really go south in not a good way. So I'm gonna address a lot of things that I've seen and a lot of things that really need to change. So this is where bumping groups need to either change or be specifically created for the people that truly want to help each other climb to the top. And I'm in a couple bumping groups, and most people don't really engage much past a few words. They aren't watching the videos all the way, or they're not even clicking links. And if they do, they aren't reading the blog or website all the way. Facebook is now tracking all this, and it will end up hurting us. So they have these algorithms that go out and show the amount of time that somebody is, like if you go off to go, you know, watch a post or read a post or watch a video, they know how long it's going to take the average person to go through that all the way and then come back. And that's off Facebook. And on Facebook, they are monitoring everything. So I've just found that a lot of stuff is superficial, and that can't happen anymore. And I found very few people actually engage with what's being asked to do by the poster. So I've watched really closely what people are posting and asking their fans to comment about. And usually a few bumping people will actually do what's asked of them. But not doing what's asked of them, it's not natural. And Facebook sees this. I mean, they have spent so much money, millions of dollars, creating these algorithms that show when something's unnatural. And they know, and they're going to catch it. and they don't see it as being organic Facebook conversations, and we need to start having organic Facebook conversations. And I love our bumping groups, I really do, because they've helped me so much over in the past 2 months, but in the future they can really end up being very detrimental to us. And in my opinion, we really should be out there to make other business owners successful, because there's no I's in success, right? The more people that are successful, the easier it is for all of us to achieve success quickly. Think of the 100th monkey. If someone is really busy with their own business or does not want their responsibility of that engagement, then they may want to consider a different avenue of bumping their posts in 2015. Be very selective about the bumping groups you're involved with in 2015. If Facebook gives you a slap because they don't think it's organic, or they really stop dropping your numbers, it is going to take months to get it back up. I mean, this is no joke. I mean, this literally is our business. So we're back to avoiding the Facebook slap number 4. Facebook wants to see a good description if you're going to post a picture. So, and I do have some good examples of posts and some bad examples of posts that I can go through later if you guys want. So if you're going to post a picture, make sure that you've got like a really good description about what it means to your avatar. You know, something avatar related. Don't just say, oh, this is good to know. I mean, you really have to pinpoint it. Clickbait headlines are a big no-no. So Facebook will be monitoring the time someone spends actually reading the article or watching the video you sent them to. And people are looking at your post but not interacting with a like, share, or comment hurts you. So this is a huge one. So we really want to be encouraging interaction without asking for it, because we can't ask for it. So no more removing the links that you are posting so that only the picture is clickable. Because I know, like with Snipply, like we just take out the link, so it was just the picture was clickable, and Facebook is not, they don't like that anymore. They consider it bearing links and photos, and they think it's nefarious. And the I don't like this function will become more and more visible to users in 2015. And Facebook won't like this link being clicked. And this is where content needs to be really carefully written. And this is where you really need to think about what you're putting out there, because if you're a business owner and you start talking religion or politics or anything that is very controversial, and this link that I don't like this is really visible to people, they're going to start using it, and it's really, really going to hurt you. You know, there's a time and place to discuss all that, and you know, the coffee shop isn't going to be one of them in 2015. And you just remember, it's to your avatar, so it's everybody. You have to allow for, you know, various opinions and different ways of life, basically, if you want, and you don't have to either. So this is where content needs to be really carefully written. If you post something sad or controversial, people don't want to like something sad, scary, or controversial. So, you know, all the stuff happening with the wars in Syria and all that, I've seen people, I've read their posts say, I don't want to like this. Or somebody posts that, you know, the family member died or something, and people say, I don't want to like this. You know, and it has nothing to do with the poster. It just has to do with how it makes them feel. It doesn't make them feel good, so they don't want to like it, so they want to unlike it. They want to not like it.
The dislike button.
The dislike button, and that, you know, we're going to end up with a thumbs down button, which is just going to be really, I mean, we're going to have to get really, really good at our posts. Unfollows are not favored, and I experimented with this a lot. And I use some of my other social media accounts just to drive non-targeted traffic to my Facebook page. And people oblige. They're really, really great at doing what you ask them to do. But beyond that, if there's no interest, there's no interest. And they liked my page, but because some weren't into my message of health and stuff like that, I found myself with 3 unfollows right away in my stats. And I had a drop for 2 weeks in my post reach. and that's not good. And I'm talking the drop was under 100 people. So, you know, that's huge, and we don't want to be messing with stuff like that. So we need to really be super targeted. And no like gating. I know I've said this before, but I can't tell people enough that just you cannot tell people to like or comment or share to receive something, you know, or receive something in return, or, you know, anything. I know I experimented a little bit with this before, and it did work really, really, really well, and I still see a lot of people doing that, and you just can't solicit it anymore. Target your post in the post targeting section of your setting, which is way, way, way cool. And that helps you really just, you know, define down your message. And, you know, if you're speaking to a certain area of, you know, avatars, then you can target them, and that's going to be huge. And use a social media calendar, because consistency matters. Facebook wants to know that you are in their coffee shop. You have to know your insights. I know Layla talks about this a lot. Got to know your insights. Use high quality lifestyle images, and make sure you add in a professional description. I buy all my images. I have a monthly subscription, and yeah, it is pricey, but it also is so worth it. Consider your page to be about customer service, not sales. It's okay to brand yourself, but we need to approach this differently in the coming year. So tip number 6, Vines. We will see videos begin to really, really take off. Facebook is putting a lot into videos. Vines and Instagram videos will be where it is all at. People come into Facebook and they don't want to watch 2, 3, 5, 10-minute videos. They just won't do it. What Facebook found is people want 6 to 15-second videos, you know, just teasers. They want teasers. They want trailers. They want movie trailers. They want to be entertained, right? So upload these videos to Facebook, and they will keep your customers engaged and interested. And here's the thing, nobody is going to click off at, you know, 2 to 3 seconds. They're going to watch the 6 to 15-second videos. And Facebook is going to go, oh, wow, look how much you're engaging your customers, right? Your fans, because they're staying and watching your entire video. So that's just huge. And you can actually get a lot of videos out of that, which is great, because videos are really, really going to be a main focus in Facebook for 2015, and they haven't in the past. I know this year, you know, videos really kind of started, but people didn't like it. I mean, they were really, really uncomfortable with it, but they're starting to like it more now. So mix it up. Have a revolving collection of text, videos, links, and photos. Drive your fans to your own site 80% of the time when using links. 20% of external links should be to reputable sources. And you guys will get, I'm going to upload, like Layla said, I'm going to upload the PowerPoint presentation, so you guys will have this. That's why, like, I actually have complete sentences in here instead of just bullet points. So run a test on your Facebook page of posting times and know your insights. Now, this was really, really interesting. So if you go and you, like, do 12 posts a day, you know, let your fans know that you're testing something, so they just don't get really upset that they see you constantly in their feed. And, you know, just do a bunch of different posts with, you know, different media, you know, video, text, photos, all that stuff, and do that for an entire month. So some days do 12, some days do 2, some days do 4, you know, and you're really going to start seeing, it gives you a lot of data in which to know, you know, what are your customers or your fans, what are they responding to the most? What are your most engaged you know, times? Because I know for a long time, really, the only engagement I had was from my bumping groups. And I couldn't really tell anything by that in my insights, because they were all my bumping groups. They had to post on my stuff. So I didn't know what my real avatars were, like what their schedules were. So stuff like this really helps you to see, what your avatar's schedules are and what they like the most from you. For every 4 posts, which are going to be a mix of text and photo, engagement, and reshares, have 1 post with a link out. Every 5th post should be a video, but this will probably change in the future as videos really become more and more on demand. So 4 to 6 posts a day seem to be the sweet spot for many, many people. Again, you're going to have to track all of this and find out from your insights what works for you and your fan base, and just change it accordingly. But that's just a general of tips that Facebook has released, and some of their stats, and other people that have really got Facebook down. It's pretty much they are all saying the same thing. People love avatar-focused trivia, tips, tricks, funny things, and answering questions. You don't want to do this too much. It should definitely be a mix in there, but you also don't want all of your fans just to go, okay, well, this is just like, your regular page. I mean, you want them to understand that this is a business page, and you are a business, and you want them to do business with you. So make sure you have it in there, because, again, it's emotions, right? So you're hitting this range of emotions with your fans, it's really big. The faster you can get people to engage on your new post, the more Facebook likes you. So this is a tip that you can do. Hit post and immediately like it. And then go from your regular page, your regular account, that's your non-page, and then go back and like it with your regular profile within 5 minutes. So that automatically gives it a couple engagements. Tagging people within the text of your post is really, really good. Facebook is going to just really love it. It's one of the things that they have said they want to see. But fan pages have made it really difficult to use this option, because you can really only tag other business pages. So I found a hack around it, and I found that when I did that, it actually, my post increased my reach. So, and I've tried this stuff with some of my customers and some of my friends too, and they found the same exact thing. So you're going to publish your post, then you're going to right-click and open the picture in another window. Then you're going to scroll down to see the tag option, and you're going to tag somebody. And at this point, you can really tag anybody. And it now shows in your regular post. So they don't even have to have had liked your fan page to be able to tag them. So Facebook loves when you reshare posts from pages where their fan base overlaps known high-quality pages. So, I'm trying to think of, like David Wood, right? If your pages, your fan base overlaps some of their fan base, that's really, really big. Okay, they start seeing you as credible. Again, pages where your complete profile is filled out, pages where you interact often. So, you want to be really, really interacting. It's not all about your business. You really want to be interacting on other people's pages. And this is the exception to only posting from authority content and rehashed material. So this is the exception. So you can, if you're on another page and, it's not like, it's not David Wood, or, it's not Bob Proctor or something like that, it's okay to share it. And just make sure, you're interacting and everything else. And don't say, well, I can't share this because, they're not seen as relevant. That's untrue. Just don't do that very, very often, but make sure that you're very busy on other people's pages. And make sure you include reshares based on your avatar's needs, wants, and desires. So not just sharing what you like, but sharing actually what your avatar likes or needs. Facebook loves posts that reference a trending topic. So at the right-hand side of your screen, you see trending topics. You can also get trending topics inside, Google, Google Trends. You can get them on Yahoo. You can get trending topics everywhere. But Facebook really, really likes when you're in the know, and you can take those trending topics and turn them into something for your avatar to learn. They love that. So videos uploaded to Facebook that have a large number of views and a longer view duration. So if you're going to upload videos and they're longer videos, make sure that, if they're from YouTube or whatever, make sure that there's a lot of people that have already seen them and a lot of people that have really, really stayed with them. Like Tony Robbins, people aren't really going to be logging out of his videos, real quick. But like somebody like me, they're going to bail, probably within the first minute or two. But, so those are really the ones that you want to focus on, the ones where people are sticking around to hear the entire message. The more you upload to Facebook, the better. Remember, Facebook is narcissistic. They love themselves. So I use YouTube Downloader, which is free, and then I upload them into Facebook. So your interaction with other pages, the more the better. So again, it's out there and it's like really having real conversations, real interactions. Facebook doesn't love posts that the likes and comments are not proportional. So again, this is where the likes aren't going to be as relevant. If they see a whole lot of likes and not a lot of comments, that's going to flag them. They don't like negative comments. And remember, you can't hide it or that counts against you. Pages that use text-only updates, and they're still fine for regular Facebook accounts, they don't want to see that on fan pages. They actually want, you presenting a very professional image. So concentrate on sharing images and videos that are unique and do not appear already in the open graph. So, I mean, you see it all the time. It just reshare the same information over and over and over again. But this is actually going to have you go out and look for very unique content that's just not popular in the graph. Keep the video short. People have a short attention span, and especially when they're in the coffee shop. And Facebook will penalize you if people are not watching your videos through to the end. And remember, you'll get more Facebook kudos from very short videos. Facebook loves authority links for material that's related to your message. You are sharing the love and being a community player. And a lot of this stuff, or some of the stuff, I'm reiterating just because these are just huge. These ones, if you don't follow them, they'll knock your ranking down really quick. So be mindful of the bundled post in the news feed. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to put out posts every so often, reminding your fans that they may have to click a link to see all your posts. So, when you know that if you're posting a lot, all your stuff's just going to get bundled, and they'll only see, a little bit, and they actually have to click on it to say, show me all of them. So these are really, really important for your fan base to know, because they think maybe you're not posting, or unless they physically go to your page to see. So I think just, every once in a while going, hey, if you're not seeing all of my posts, look for the bundled post and make sure you click to see all of them. And there's also the feature of, you go to somebody's fan page that you like and you click on it and say, I want to see posts from this person, or this page. That's really, really important too for people to let their customers know, because I can guarantee unless they have a business account, they don't know any of this stuff. You'll just pass from their mind and they just won't really remember. So you have to make yourself relevant. Additional controls for choosing what people see in their news feed are being rolled out. People can filter views according to people, groups, or pages. They can also unfollow or hide your posts all right there with a simple click of the button. So, people are kind of finicky, and we've got to be careful with that. And that's why if you offer them so much content and they fall so much in love with you that they can't live without you, they're not going to hide your posts. They want to see more from you.
Hey, Kelly, we had a question. What would you call, or what are authority links? So when you're speaking about authority links, you're speaking of, high profile blogs or websites that get lots of traffic, that have great Google rankings. Is that what
Exactly.
you mean?
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, this is where you're going to have to do a little bit of your homework. And you can, when you go to the keyword tool, the keyword planner tool in Google, and you type in, your niche, or just, you can even do this in Google. It'll show you, who the relevant people are, definitely, without a doubt. And even if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of Google, it'll show you things that are very similar to that. So, like, if I type in, Bob Proctor or something, I'm also going to be shown, Michael Beckwith and those guys. So that's really how you're going to know who your high authority people is. And the other thing is you can look in Facebook. Once you get their information, go plug them in Facebook. And when they have a huge fan base following, that they could just post, like, I sneezed on the toilet, and they're going to get 5,000 comments on that, and probably 20,000 likes. So those are really the people that Facebook sees as credible. Did that answer it?
Yeah, I think so. So you're speaking about not only authority links like a website like entrepreneur.com
Right.
or some of these other top websites out there, but also authority links within Facebook, so other fan pages that have that Facebook kudos, right?
Exactly, because really those are the main ones that you want to be sharing when you're sharing stuff. It needs to be coming from the authority inside Facebook.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so interviews are a big deal in 2015, and they lend authority, and Facebook loves authority. So if you could do interviews, and I just thought this was so brilliant when Layla did an interview with me when I first joined in, because I was like, you know what, first of all, that made me feel really important. It made me feel like, she cared, and it also gave me a stepping stone. So if you could do interviews with people, you can even post interviews that other people have done with other people. So it's interaction. Remember, it's all interaction. So you can go to Reddit and search AMA with the following search terms. So you're going to do use, then the bracket, and then put in like wellness, and then AMA. Or use bracket social media tips, bracket AMA. And this will give you plenty of quality content from interviews. But I also encourage you, really do your own interviews. Just even if you don't really have people that are signed up with you or whatever, interview people like Layla, or interview other people that would just love to help you out and love to get their voice out there too. You can even interview your brother or your sister or your best friend. Just interviews are really, really big. And just keep them short, not really long. So interest stories are really good. I put out a few ads because I wanted to collect average people's stories and highlight them in their struggles. And this is very effective when you're niche targeting them. So people love to talk about themselves, and they love to tell their stories. It gains you exposure and shows your fans the struggles of other people and how they did or did not overcome them. And so that's very, very powerful. There's a lot of like college sites and stuff that you can post on. And you think it's just going to be a bunch of college kids, but it's actually not. There's a lot of adults that are back in college, and they answer a lot of these ads. And they want to tell their stories, and they want to tell their struggles, and the stories aren't always happy endings and anything else. But I think that's really important for your people to see, because they'll either go, oh, they're just like me, or they'll go, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be 50 years old and, or 60 years old and just not have accomplished my dreams. I need to start now, so that's not me. So that stuff is really, really important. I mean, you've got to shine reality on people. And of course, the overcoming messages are just huge. People that overcame, just anything is just, it's huge. It inspires people. So my go-to apps or inspirations for finding content and creating a super fast library: BuzzSumo, Feedly, GetPocket. I have little GetPocket up in my toolbar, and when I go through these and I find articles I like, I just save it to my GetPocket, and then I can go back in, and when I need stories, I just grab it. My email is, it's like a treasure trove. It is so much gold. I am on the list of, a lot of people that I admire and want to be like. And when they're putting out information, and I'm like, oh my God, that totally talks, to my avatar, my niche, whatever. So I'll read it and I'll create my own version of it. And it's really, really super fast. And your email is just a gold mine. Trending topics. Trending topics are always huge. And, and anytime you can get a celebrity in there and talk about a celebrity, it always works, right? People love celebrities. Okay, my number one social media scheduling and management tool is meetedgar.com. And this is still invitation only, and it's not an invitation that I can generate or anything else. You have to actually go there to generate that invitation. It takes 3 to 5 days for your invitation to come from them. But it is a huge productivity app, and it crosses so many platforms. It is amazing. And there are many scheduling tools out there like Buffer, but get one that can do all social media and does not brand itself in your posts. I mean, you don't want, Hootsuite or something, on the bottom of your post, because it kind of takes away that, that personal feel. You're like, oh, they're just loading in their, their post. They don't really want to interact with me. And this may mean, to get that, the little watermark or whatever it is off, this may mean you have to buy a subscription. It's definitely worth it, though. LinkedIn, Twitter, because Twitter just rolled out a business platform, and that's just going to get better and better. And Pinterest will be huge in 2015, so start learning them now. Instagram is hot now. We all love Instagram. So take what you learned there and move it to other platforms with a change in feel, because the different platforms have a different energy to them. So keep in mind the overall energy or purpose of your social media platform. So Facebook is your community coffee shop. People don't want to go there for sad stories or, the troubling times in the news and stuff like that. I mean, they want to go there because they want to feel good. I mean, they want to be sitting across the table from you. Twitter is becoming less smarmy and more business. So breaking news and important story platforms are this is an important story platform. So that's really, really up and coming. LinkedIn is for people that sleep in their suits and are serious about business. No memes, no funny stuff there. So no fooling around. Put up well-researched articles and serious business promoting, where you can back up what you say and promote. So this is not the place to, be puff and smoke. I mean, this is really, if you are serious about your business and you want people that are serious about their business and will go the extra mile, these people are hanging out on LinkedIn. So this is really going to be huge for getting a lot of quality business people, quality people in your line, and to sign up underneath you, because they'll get the job done. They wear suits to bed. Pinterest is do-it-yourself moms, which is a gold mine. Use this to inspire. So this is, you can do your memes, and you can do, you can post recipes, you can do all this stuff and really connect with women. Women are just amazing, and, really wanting to connect with other women and building a community. So that's why Pinterest is so, so big, because everybody there is interested in building a community. So that's huge. It's like you're not shunned from the community. You're part of the community. Instagram is the spirited wanderlust. Great for company culture. So we all know Instagram and we love it. So all social media platforms will be cracking down through the next 1 to 2 years as all the spammy people are heading there from Facebook. And these are my love techniques. Make use of, you tag your fan page. You know, when it pops up on the feeds, it's like, you know, Thursday and Friday, you tag your fan page and like other people. But they actually run on all days of the week, and you can find them by searching in your graph search. And I spend 30 minutes a day doing this. And this gets you people outside your current circle. And so when I post on their page, when I post my fan page, I also ask people to message me once they like my page so I can share the love. And then once they message me, I go to their page, like it, and comment on a couple of their posts. Then I go back to my message, and I tell them that I liked them back, and I made a comment about some of their specific posts. So, you know, I'll bring up, you know, something about their post, and, you know, just that I really, really enjoyed it and what it meant to me, blah, 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 because it did. I also tell them that I believe that we're business owners and we should stick together and help each other be successful. I tell them I don't want them to be a one-hit wonder, and I'd love if we can make it a point to like and comment on each other's posts when we see them in our feeds. Now that is huge, because 75% of the time I get some really excited comments back, and I get more people interacting with my post that they resonate with. So versus the bumping group where they're like, okay, I've got to, you know, I know that I have to comment on this. I'm getting people that don't have to, and they're actually going through and picking and choosing the posts that speak to them, and I'm getting real engagement. And I love it. I love that. I spend 30 minutes a day in the morning and afternoon, or in the evening, or when I'm using the bathroom, scrolling through my feed and liking and commenting. So if I find people commenting on my stuff, I'll always click them and head over to their page to comment back. And it's been working out really, really good, and it's proven better than even running ads on my best performing posts. So because remember, go back to your likes and your comments have to be in more equal proportion. So, you know, when you run ads, and I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I see a lot of people like, and there's only a small percentage that actually will comment. They'll like my page or my post, but they actually won't come comment. But this, I actually have people coming and commenting because they're interested and they want to build their business and they want to help other people build their business. So that one's huge. So here's a ninja technique, how to set up your own network that begins to feed on itself. So we all know that Google they've been indexing pages. So that right there is really, really huge. And to know that Facebook and, you know, Google are working together is even really, it's bigger news. It means a lot for us. And Facebook in particular loves Tumblr. So you need to set up a network of sites that includes Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr, and your own blog. So if you don't have an Empower Network blog, get one. And make this your money site. Direct Facebook to Tumblr, and Tumblr to your Empower Network blog. Direct Facebook to Instagram. Direct Instagram to your funnel system and your Empower Network blog. Direct YouTube to your funnel system and to the Empower Network blog. And I would be careful of directing Facebook directly to your Empower Network blog all the time or very often. You know, even though you have your own domain on there, it's just real sticky territory. And if Facebook penalizes you, it will take months to get back what you lost. And so when you really look at the preferred partners, you know, that Facebook loves, try and use as many of those as possible, because you'll have more credibility and more loyalty in Facebook's eyes. It's the exact same thing that we want to build with our businesses, right? So it's the same thing with Facebook. They want to build that with us, you know. They don't want us trying to always find ways around it. So once you've mastered that, you can add in other social media platforms you can learn throughout the year. So then you can add in, you know, your other ones, your Instagram and your Pinterest and, you know, stuff like that. So that one is huge. So you're setting up this little network where everything really goes back to your money site, which is your Empower Network blog or your funnel system. Okay, so here's my ninja technique too that, oh my God, I almost peed myself. Because buy people's fan pages. I can't tell you how many forums I've been in when people are like, okay, I'm out of this Facebook. I can't stand that they just want everybody to buy ads, blah, 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 blah. We've already talked about that. So they're ditching their fan pages. But, you know, they're marketers. They spent time actually building those fan pages. So search your niche on the Facebook graph. Find people that have not posted in the past few months but have 400 plus fans, offer to buy their page. Send them a message. You can buy a fan page for anything from $25 to $50. If they have a lot of followers, you may have to spend $100 or more. You can then use their fan page to get more recognition. This is huge. It's huge. Again, you know, you're going to want to master your little stuff first before, you know, you start jumping in and having all this other stuff going on, because otherwise it's just going to be overwhelming. But once you have that going, you know, we're going to start seeing people just ditch this next year, 2015. They're going to be ditching their stuff. And we can actually pick that up, and we can help people. We can teach them. We can improve their lives, you know, and that helps us as well. So I have a VA that goes through all the fan pages for me. And I currently have a few programmers working on an app that will mine the data and do all this with the push of a button. And I'll release it for free to all the Facebook superstars that stay relevant in Facebook eyes. So, I mean, that's going to be huge. That's going to cut down a lot of time. And, you know, VAs are good. I love my VA, you know, so either way. Why the Facebook changes rocks for us. People are jumping off ships and canceling their pages or just leaving them vacant. We are already in the business of building people, not building a business. So this just pushes us faster towards our goals, because we know it's not about building the business, it's about building people. So it also means less competition. Facebook is like every other group. It loves the ones that will play by its rules. And advertise, please. Make sure you advertise. Facebook will repay you for being loyal just as you repay your fans for being loyal. So $5 a day once a month is enough for Facebook to see you as loyal. You don't have to spend $25,000 a month. And what's kind of cool is there are some people that want to spend a lot more than $25,000 a month, and Facebook will cap them and say, no, you can't spend any more. So obviously they're not just in it for their money, they're in it for, you know, their mission, you know, their vision. So that's pretty cool. So if you can get $5 together for a month, you know, that's going to be huge. And you could just take a post and boost it for $20 once a month. Either way, you're using their tools, they see you as loyal. Okay, what questions do we have? Did everybody follow that?
Surprise.
Hey! Hi, Toby.
Layla, the baby woke up and she would not go back down with me, so Mama had to go up and do her mama thing,
Okay, good.
as all mamas do.
Yes.
I was just looking at the comment thread just to see if we had any questions, and it doesn't look like, unless I'm looking at the wrong thread, but y'all girls were taking the questions on the image you had shared inside the group, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, there's none there right now. I just want to say that I just came on, I've been on listening since the beginning of 2 slides ago, and I'm just blown away. Like, I knew quite a lot of the Facebook updates, but there was some stuff that I didn't know. And I'm super excited to see you train more, Kelly, because the way that you train tonight is how Layla and I have always trained, and it's straight to the point, giving the goods and leaving the fluff behind.
Yep.
And people love that because rather than, taking your time to say, one or two things, you're just giving the goods nonstop all the way through this, which is absolutely awesome. So if we don't have any other questions, do you have any last words that you want to share with everybody inside the group and everybody watching the replay?
If you guys have any questions coming up, post it in the Superwomen group. You can also reach out to me, personally if you want. But basically, what's in these slides are, this gives you so much working knowledge, and I say please, please, please start on this now. Because really, all of our fan pages have to change. How we've been working it does not work for 2015. We have to change them.
Awesome. So implement exactly what you've learned. Please go to Kelly's wall, blow up her wall, let her know how much you enjoyed this training. Make sure to watch the replay again and again. And just like Kelly said, we're in the business of building people, not building business. So for us, this is great. We can let all of those analytical left-hand side of the brain marketers and business owners run out of Facebook because of these changes. But for us, it just means, hey, let's spend a little bit more time getting to know our audience. Let's spend a little more time taking the time out of our day to connect with our audience, and we'll definitely reap the benefits from that. So thank you very much, Kelly. You're amazing. I'm so excited to see not only how you finished 2014, but where you're going to go in 2015 with everything that's happening. So thanks, ladies. Have a great night. Make sure to check out the replay, watch it a few times, and implement everything that you've learned. Take care.
Bye.